Hey everyone, it's Andrew. Welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be doing a video doing a 1-month follow-up review on the Seago Sonic Electric Toothbrush, which is this toothbrush right here. About a month ago, I did an unboxing of this toothbrush, went over the details, and started using it at that time. And I'll say that over the past month, I've been very happy with this toothbrush. It's been functioning phenomenally as far as cleaning my teeth. It's got a variety of different settings as far as the cleaning settings. And since I've used it, I've gone through one brush head, and then I actually have never had to actually charge it. And so what we'll do in this video is we'll go over the general features of this, and I'll discuss just feedback as far as my use over the past month. As always, if you're interested in potentially purchasing this, I'll leave links in the description below. Okay, so this is the Seago Sonic Electric Toothbrush. You can currently get this on Amazon for about $50. This is going to be their gray version, but they also have two other color options. I believe they have a navy blue with white toothbrush heads, and then they have a pink with pink toothbrush heads. So those are the three main color options as far as the colors. As far as the main features of this toothbrush is, it's going to be an ultrasonic toothbrush that'll oscillate on the tip here using the brush heads that are included, and then it'll have 5 separate cleaning settings, which we'll go over in a moment as far as those. And then the other things that come with this package is it will have 8 total replacement heads. I used one over the past month brushing my teeth. I found that after about a month, the indicators on the side for the brush head started fading, and I did notice that the overall brushing quality as far as cleaning like general kind of like your teeth and plaque or whatever was a little bit inferior, so I did replace this about probably a week or two ago. Beyond that, it does have a lithium battery. I'll say that with brushing anywhere from probably about 2 to 3 times a day. I've actually never had to charge this yet straight out of the box, which is pretty impressive. A lot of the electric toothbrushes, I find that usually about 2 weeks out, you tend to need to charge them. But for this, really, it's pretty phenomenal that you haven't had to do that yet, which is cool. And then the only other thing that I don't have here because it's in my bathroom is it does come with a holder attachment where you can actually stand this up. Basically, it has some 3M tape, and you basically just insert it directly in like this, and it'll prop up against the wall, which I've actually been using, and it's very convenient from that standpoint. And then the last thing that they do include in this is the case. So this is a carrying case where it says Seago. It's a very hard plastic, not flimsy, anything like that. Basically allows you to take off the brush head here, pop it off, throw it in the case, and then I believe you can actually fit the brush head here. Yeah, right like that. And I haven't actually traveled with this, but it's very convenient. The case is really nice, snaps closed, stays closed. It's definitely a better quality product as compared to like the Oral-B one I have. It's got magnetic closure. It's not a flimsy plastic, so the overall case and design is really nice. So overall, like feedback as far as overall impressions with this is, I'll say that of the electric toothbrushes that I've tried, this is definitely superior compared to the Pro 1500. The Lumino one I had is pretty nice. That one's ultrasonic, but I found that the ultrasonic like speed or intensity was a little bit too much for me, where it just stimulated my trigeminal nerve a little bit too much because I previously broke my jaw. So I didn't really use that. And then I've had a couple other ones, which are the BitBay one, which is a much cheaper one, but it is a really good one as far as the quality, as far as bang for your buck, because it's about like, I think $20–25, and really offers a good cleaning experience without the expensive price. The caveat there though is it doesn't have the additional cleaning features. The battery's a little bit shorter, and the brush heads are a little bit cheaper. But that's it as far as general feedback. As far as features of this, so these are the brush heads that they have. So there's one brush head like this, which has this green, and basically it's got like a oval design like that, and then when you press this on, it'll oscillate like this, and that's how it'll clean. So it'll basically increase the vibrations as far as cleaning that way, as far as the intensity. And then there's one other brush head that they include. So they've got 6 total that are this type, where 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the one that I had was 6. And then they have a separate one that's like this, where it's basically just a classic design where it's fully brushed like that. I'm not entirely sure whether these are charcoal brush heads, but I haven't actually tried this. But there are 2 brush heads that they include that are like that. But overall, the longevity is about a month as far as that, based on my personal experience and brushing pattern. It is easy to get on and off. Basically, all you have to do is just align it, press it on, and it stays on. No issues there. It doesn't like rotate or anything, but it does stay secure. And then the other thing I do like about this brush is that there's no holes or anything to get gross and disgusting. Like the Pro 1500 that I have has like a hole in the bottom where like once you get fluid, it kind of like goes all the way through, and like the toothpaste residue and stuff like ends up at the bottom, which is kind of disgusting and gross, which is annoying. But that's that. And then the only other thing is there is a charging port on the bottom. Given I haven't had to actually charge it, I haven't really messed with that yet, but basically it's just a USB-C port directly in the bottom of the toothbrush. Has a cap that actually slides in and snaps into place, so it doesn't get gross or anything, which is nice as well. As far as the different settings here, we'll go over those real quick. They're indicated on the side here, but basically it says white, clean, gentle, massage, and polish. And when you turn this on, it'll do a small white indicator light there for which setting it is, and then it'll toggle through those when you press it. So when you press it on, if you press it pretty quickly, it'll toggle through those different settings there. And then I believe at the bottom here, there's actually an indicator light for the charging when it actually needs to be charged. So it'll either blink or some sort of light will illuminate, but I haven't ran into that yet. Now what we'll do is we'll just show you up close what the different settings are. So this is the whitening setting. So basically it's just a high vibration. You can see the bristles cycle through there. This is going to be the clean setting, which kind of looks identical. There might be a little bit more intensity there. And then this is their gentle setting. So the only difference that I can see is that the yellow ones don't vibrate out as much. So that's that. And then this is the massage setting. So it's like it pulses on off. So it's like yeah, like that. All right, and then lastly is the polish, which seems like it's even more intensity there. So that's all 5 settings. To be honest, I don't really notice much of a difference. I haven't really messed with them. The nice thing about this toothbrush, as similar toothbrushes in the market, is it does have a 2-minute timer built into it. So throughout that 2-minute period, about every 30 seconds, it'll kind of just vibrate it for a second, basically indicate that you should switch quadrant in your mouth when you're brushing. And then at 2 minutes, it completely stops. So it stops on its own, basically indicating that you brushed long enough. And if you do need to brush longer, you would have to restart it. The nice thing about it stopping, it basically guarantees that you don't overbrush. So if you kind of are cognizant about the quarters, the 30-second time period, you can kind of brush as recommended for 2-minute time period. And then I think that's the main things I have for this toothbrush. The handle's pretty nice. It's got like a kind of silicone-y feel to it. It's not like actual silicone though, but it's basically got a little bit of rubberish texture to it. So in your hand, it grips very easily, and it does have some groove pattern here that keeps your hand kind of like well rested. But no difficulty there. So overall, that's really all I have for this toothbrush. But to be honest, I wanted to do a review because over the past month, I really have no complaints about this. There haven't been any issues as far as the cleaning capability. The brush heads work pretty well. The one caveat though is I did go through one brush in a month, which is a decent amount of time. But to be honest, they give you 8, so it should last for a long period of time, and you should easily get replacements. So for $50, this is definitely worth the price of this toothbrush. The Pro 1500, I think I got for like 50, 60 bucks on sale. And a lot of the other models like the Lumino, I think are like $70. So this is a very, very good quality toothbrush for the price of $50. So I would definitely recommend it based on my personal experience. The battery life lasts way longer than any of the others I've seen. So really I had no complaints other than that I went through one brush head in a month, which is kind of anticipated when you brush every two to three times a day. So that's all I have. If you have questions, comments, post them below. But thanks for watching. Before I forget, sorry, there is a pressure sensor, but I've never actually triggered it. But basically, if you press all the way down too hard, it will beep like that and indicate that you are pressing too hard. But what I find with it is with this brush head and the ultrasonic nature of it, I don't really have to brush hard at all with it, so the pressure sensor really doesn't play a role here. For those of you that do use a traditional manual toothbrush, when you switched over to electric, you might find that you've brushed too hard in the past, so the pressure sensor is useful. So that's all I have. Sorry for the additional comment there. But thanks for watching. If you have questions, comments, post them below, and have a great day.